Nice. How's it going? So much fun to be here. Some of you guys probably recognize me from the Ellen DeGeneres show. Started working for Ellen, and then I had to grow this beard so they could tell us apart around the office. You don't have to laugh that hard at that one. In addition to being a writer, I also have 2 karate trophies and 3 weightlifting trophies. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but you can just go to the store and buy trophies. There's no test or background check or anything. Just pick them up and impress people. They do use me on air on Ellen sometimes, but I've only ever been recognized in public once, and it really let me know where I fall on the fame scale. Because I was out at a bar and this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I've seen you on Ellen. Can I get a picture with you?" And I said, "Sure." And she handed me her phone and I tried to get a selfie of us, but nothing happened. And I said, "Oh, it says your memory is full. You'll have to delete a picture to make room." And she takes her phone and she goes, nah.
Adam Yenser is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Adam's here. Jessica's got the news. We might have Rosie.
I thought that was Jeff Dunham we were just playing.
Oh, it wasn't?
Is this her being saccharine sweet? All right.
He's my one and only. I love him. Please welcome most perfect man on the planet, my Tommy, Tom Cruise.
Look at him.
God, everything seems so dated, doesn't it?
I remember this so well. Oh, they could.
Oh,
Okay.
she loves Tom Cruise.
Oh, she's so grossed out. Well, now all you see is fake. You just
Her voice sounds different.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Everything is different. All right.
Yeah.
She loves Tom Cruise. I'm guessing this episode was somewhere around Easter because... Oh, no.
Easter.
All right. Well,
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You look real good.
So do you.
Thank you.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. You're my Tommy.
Oh my
all right.
gosh.
It's a different human being. So tell Ellen. She was second. Rosie came first. And
I'll let her know.
The difference between somebody, I don't know, Doss, you got to mash it up on your own time, but somewhere between hearing her vitriolic screams about having to leave the country if Trump is voted in or something, and that version of her, it's big. It's a big chasm. All right. So what are we doing? The news?
Yeah, let's do it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's $11 million UFL deal with Army did nothing to help recruitment struggles.
What's the UFL?
It's the football. It's like a shitty
UFL.
football.
That UFL. Oh, UFL with the Army. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, an even hindered efforts report says legendary pro wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's $11 million partnership with the U.S. Army was so disastrous that it appears to have actually hindered recruitment efforts for the military branch, according to a report.
How could he hurt recruitment efforts? And we hurt our own. We got all DEI'd and woke and everything, and we fucked up our own recruitment shit. But that's not The Rock's fault. But on the other hand, that's our money we gave him. They go the Army wasted 11. Where'd they get the money? We gave it to him.
That's so much money.
I know. Does he need more money?
He doesn't.
I agree. Also, I haven't heard him weigh in on anything in a little while. Is that just me? Dwayne.
You mean politically and news-wise?
He just kind of weighs in on stuff on occasion.
It seems like he used to, and now I think maybe he's trying to stay out of it. I don't know.
Maybe his handlers told him.
Yeah.
I like the slightly demeaning his handlers. He's got some wrangler moving him around from room to room. Yeah, well, all right. I don't... the guy has a great work ethic, which I like, but I don't think that makes him a genius. I think he kind of licks his finger and tries to figure out which way the wind is blowing, and then that's the way he can make.
He also definitely doesn't need more money. I think this was maybe a year or so ago. He was on some interview, and in his living room, he has a real Tyrannosaurus Rex skull that he bought for
real one?
like $8 million or so. And it's just a
From
decoration.
this money.
It's just a decoration in his living room. So we didn't get more Army recruits, but he got a dinosaur skull.
We got a T-Rex skull. Yeah. Although it would be fun to go to his house. Get drunk.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Get drunk on his tequila and knock the skull over. That'd be the biggest power move in that.
He'll be like, "Oh, damn it! I have to do another Army commercial now."
Yeah. And it'd also be a great story. Like your friend would go, "Hey, I got invited to Dwayne's house for a barbecue. You want to come?" It's like, "I'm banned."
Right.
Why? We went over there and he got his tequila out and we started doing shots at Dwayne's tequila and I didn't eat lunch. And I got a little disoriented and I knocked his T-Rex head over and it's 1,000 pieces now. Can never be put back together. It's at some museum in England right now, but it doesn't look good. So I got banned. All right. That's Dwayne.
The Army is now trying to recoup its money after claiming The Rock didn't hold up his end of the deal by sharing an agreed upon number of social media posts during the United Football League season.
All right.
How many followers does the United Football League have? I don't know,
but
would that get a lot of eyes
The Rock
on it?
has 396 million followers.
He's got a lot.
So he has a ton.
Yeah, I like when they try to reinvent football because we just kind of like football the way we like football.
Yes.
They'll do this thing where they go, in our USFL league, the offense gets a running start, and one guy has a spear gun. And you're like, but it's like, I'm sorry, I just want what we got.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Do you want to continue with that one?
Johnson said on his Instagram that the T-Rex skull is a replica. Well, after I destroyed his real one.
It's a replica.
Yeah, he had to replace it with a replica. You don't just get the real deal after it shattered in a million pieces after my drunken tequila-laced tirade. Yeah, it's not the real Stan T-Rex. Real Stan T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he's just saying that.
Yeah, it feels like he could probably afford a real one if he wanted it.
I mean, he obviously can.
I think a lot of women who wear real fur go, "This is fake fur," just to be left alone.
Why I
So
would
they don't
say
get
that.
paint thrown on them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this isn't real, but secretly like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
That's baby chinchilla. That's right.
Just tell your close friends.
They have to torture the chinchilla, and so they don't want to cut the fur. They pull them out of their own asshole. Oh. But it's great. It feels so good, especially during the winter. Yeah.
That's horrible. I like this part though. The documents also pointed to inexperienced UFL staff causing numerous breakdowns in communication, leading to the Army to pick up a significant amount of additional work. Army marketing officials ultimately ruled that they have a lack of confidence that the future deals with the UFL can be successful and are now looking to recoup $6 million of the $11 million deal. According to the documents, which is like, yeah, of course. That's like an insane amount to pay The Rock. I think that's so ridiculous to pay The Rock. Like, who is he gonna recruit?
He's going to recruit a bunch of young dudes who watch Fast and Furious movies.
You think Gen Z likes The Rock?
I don't know. I thought he was ubiquitously loved, but I don't know.
I think he is
Z's
loved,
into.
but I don't think that's like someone that's going to be like, oh. Like, if he's saying that.
Well, okay, so then what you'd have to kind of do is you'd go, well, if not The Rock, then who? Then who? Like, you don't want Dylan
I'm not
Mulvaney.
Gen Z, but
like,
I don't know who. Some TikTok star. I'm sure there's...
Look, if I was in a room with a bunch of old military guys and someone said, we can get Dwayne to help recruiting, then I'd go, it seems like a good dude for that.
Yeah, that's who made the decision, though.
Yeah, that's who makes the decision.
All the guys that aren't in touch.
Now, I don't think it's a preposterous notion that he would be a good guy to recruit, but they lost money, and he didn't fulfill his job. Yeah.
Now, do we know? Does the Army themselves have a UFL team? Because I know they have a college team. I talked about this in my Drive-Our special, but it's always weird to me. I know it's the officers, not the enlisted guys on the Army football team. But it's always been weird to me that there's just school students playing football against each other, and then one of the teams is the Army, and they're not that good. Like, how does that?
Oh,
it's like how do you like defeat Nazi Germany and the Islamic State in Syria, and then lose to Western Kentucky?
Right. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a funny bit, and it's true because they're not that good. And we bring up the Air Force Academy, who's pretty good. What else? What else we got?
More people are driving on cannabis. Law enforcement is racing to learn who is high.
Everybody.
It's just so funny that they're racing. I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Everybody's high.
Right.
And we did a thing with pot, which is we turned it into something mythical and good, and it's not, but we fucked ourselves up. So we went super hard with pot early when we had a whole smear campaign and reefer madness and everything like that. So there was a whole plan to get rid of pot early. And then that gave way to another plan where people went, are you kidding? I used it to heal myself and glaucoma, and I cured AIDS with reefer and blah, blah, blah. And then started giving some sort of mystical powers. It's really just you altering yourself. Which is fine, but no one ascribes mystical powers to beer. It's just like, that guy's fucking Sunday wants to drink some beer. You know what I mean? But they don't go, I'm more creative, or I do all my writing, or I feel free, or I love it. I love doing this. Well, it's just like you fucking drink beer because you like drinking beer, and it tastes good and it feels good, and like whatever. Pot's the same. And should you be driving your car with X amount of beers? No. Should you be driving your car with X amount of weed? No. It's the same. But it's harder for them to detect, I guess. Yeah,
that's what this is saying. It's the legalization of marijuana likely accounts for an additional 1,400 traffic fatalities in the U.S. each year. A 2023 study in the International Journal of Drug Policy found many drivers don't realize cannabis impairs driving. Only 70% of drivers say it is very dangerous to drive an hour after using marijuana, compared to the 94% for alcohol.
Yeah. I'd see commercials. There's like PSAs where the guy's talking about not smoking and driving, but it's kind of weird. They don't really go, don't smoke. They just go, smoke out, but just don't drive. People are also shitty enough drivers, especially in this town. Everyone's a shit driver in this town.
They're all high,
I'm constantly honking at people. It's a constant honk fest. There's the people who refuse to turn right on a red. They drive me nuts. There's the person I like the most is the person that doesn't know when you're turning left, you're supposed to go into the intersection and stop. There's people, like, I like to do it from behind the crosswalk. And it's like, first off, I'm looking at male pattern baldness on the back of your seat, and you got a cigarette hanging out. Like, you're definitely a middle-aged dude. What did you not learn
to move forward?
That you pull into the thing, and they're like, "Well, I don't want to." And it's like, "Yeah, except for I'm not making it because you're taking off from behind the starting line. Move on out." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "What?" We got enough of those people.
And
now
sometimes they don't even get all the way into the turning lane. They're still halfway into the lane next to it. That lane then has to go all around them while they're waiting to turn.
My newest obsession, there's two people. Okay, there's two versions of this. There's the person that, let's just say you're going down the 2-lane highway, like you're going down PCH, and they have a whole middle section. And if you want to turn into Gladstone's or some restaurant or something, you pull into the middle section and then you turn left.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, there's the people that do that, but they like to hang into the first.
So
like
that the people behind them
they'll
can't.
hang it out just enough to take up one lane, and it's like, would you pull into the fucking thing?
Exactly.
There's an area made for you to turn left.
Yeah.
There's 10 people I hate. One,
I want the number to keep going up, like through this.
Guy drives like fucking
56
Jeff Dunham.
people I hate. Yeah.
Okay. There's the person who's in the left lane who almost comes to a stop and then moves into the. It's like just move over. You have a whole center section for you to turn left into Moon Shadows, or Dukes or whatever. Why did you come to a stop in the left lane and then move it over? Just slide over, or stop and hang just enough so people have to stop in that lane. And then this person, and I don't know the love of Christ who this person is, but I've encountered him all the time. I drive a big white SUV. Modern cars have lots of mirrors now, like big outside mirror, big, like we work the mirror thing out. It used to be just the one on the driver's side, the size of a woman's compact, it's like, it's big and bold now. Like, when people are behind you, around you, your car will be like, nee, 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 someone thing, a little light lighting up stuff.
Yeah.
It's the person that stops and you're trying to move it over into their lane and you're wedged. You're about halfway. There's 20 feet in front of them. They won't move up. They won't move up. And it's like, I got my blinker on. I'm huge.
Please just move a little bit.
Sideways. I'm half into your lane.
They 100% see you.
How can you not see me?
They're safe.
Just pull forward.
Yeah. They're just safe and taken care of.
4 feet.
Yeah.
4 feet. And I can slide in, but you will not move. What is that? What is
Insane.
that?
They're high.
They're high.
This is the article. Yeah.
All right.
Identifying when a driver is impaired by marijuana has long been difficult, partly because there isn't a reliable drug test for impairment like there is with alcohol.
I just see what they've been listening to on the radio.
And you're
best-
like, yeah.
Best of Bob Marley. Like, all right, bro.
Got
Get out
it.
of the car.
Yeah.
I know what you're listening to. If you're listening to
It's
Christian
easy to
rock,
detect
you're
someone
fine.
that's high, just like talking to them or hearing their music, but I guess through blood.
Yeah. I just want to check their playlist. We'll figure that out.
Also, everyone that's high tells you they're high. Like, all you have to do is be like, are you high? And they're like, yeah. I've never met somebody not tell me when they're high.
Well, they don't say I'm high. They start laughing.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I
But
used
it's
to-
almost like they're like, yeah.
On Loveline all the time, I'd go, are you high? And
Yeah.
they'd go,
Yeah. That's what it is.
so just ask for their high. And they start laughing.
Yeah.
We're good.
Alabama was one of the first states to start using the test in 2018. On some tests, THC and other drugs will show a red line if present, but it is up to each manufacturer to decide how much THC is considered positive. So the amounts are predetermined thresholds and vary across different states. And Alabama was the first one to start using those tests.
It's weird, Alabama would be the first, right?
Yeah.
It's also weird they didn't think of working this out before they legalized pot everywhere. They didn't foresee that this might be a
might be a
people
problem.
are probably going to drive
Jump in
while
their car.
high.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll probably have to deal with this at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
We should have seen this one
We know what
coming.
happens with alcohol.
Yeah.
It should have been, maybe we should get on top of this.
That's true.
And also, people are a little bit paranoid about drinking and driving. They do not share that with pot. Like, they think I'm cool.
They
with
think it's somehow safer. It's not going to affect them as much.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I think they think, like, I don't think whether it comes to drinking and driving or pot and driving, I'm never worried about my potential skill to drive because I'm a highly skilled driver. So when I'm impaired, I just get dumbed down to everyone else, so I fit right in. But it's more about, you get a DUI and your life is destroyed in this town. So you want to, Uber and be careful and so on and so forth. But I would be more casual with pot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I was at someone's house and I was like getting ready to leave and they're like, you need another beer or something, I'd be like, no, I don't think I should do that. I'm getting ready to leave. But if they said you want to hit off a joint,
You're
I'd
like,
be
sure.
like, yeah,
Say, yeah, I should do that.
I should do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because you won't get in trouble. Yeah.
That's right. That's
You
what
might
I
kill
would think.
someone, but
That's
yeah.
right.
Do you want to keep going or you want to do a different one?
Do a different one.
You're over the
Got a
pot.
contact high. Yeah.
Okay, Bill Maher. Travis is going to dump Taylor, is what he says.
Oh,
Bill Maher's making it perfectly clear that he ain't no Swiftie, going as far as to predict Travis Kelce will dump the hell out of Taylor Swift sooner or later.
Why? Where did he say that on his show? Oh, he's talking to Hawk Tua
Yeah.
girl.
What
Which
happened to
is-
his guest list? it was like Seinfeld and political figures, and now he's got Hawk Tour Girl.
I got bumped by Butt Funnel Boy. I was supposed to do the show Wednesday, but Butt Funnel Boy
No longer.
fucking
A video
bumped
went
me.
viral and they
yeah,
cut
it went
you?
viral. I got bumped by Butt Funnel Boy, so here we are.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says the singer is too old to be rocking the Kansas City Chiefs jersey at the games and thought her high school style declarations of love will end up being too much for Travis.
I think it's bold to predict that he's going to dump her because I feel like the trend with Taylor Swift is that doesn't she always dump her
No.
boyfriends?
The guys always dump
Oh,
her.
the guys always
That
dump
is
her.
the trend.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the guys always dump her. I thought
Yeah.
it was her doing
Wait
the
a minute.
dumping.
That's not the trend.
Yeah,
I thought the trend was her dumping the
She
guy.
dumped
She writes
their
better
last
songs
guy.
that
No,
way.
you guys.
You got to be dumped to write good songs.
Oh,
you can't
okay.
be the dumper. You gotta
Jesus.
be
All
the
of her
dumper.
songs are like,
Yeah.
revenge and,
Yeah.
that's why it's so
Oh,
great.
okay.
That's why, That's why I think
Whoa,
that she...
whoa. Hold on a second. First off, I should be Leonard Bernstein if getting dumped made you a skilled songwriter.
You
Get
could
your
be...
heart broken.
I should be hammering publishing checks all day, not fucking coming here. No. All right, that's number one. All right. She was with weird, greasy, semi-punk rocky rock and roll English guy last
yep.
before Taylor, before Travis. And I think she dumped him.
John Mayer,
Maddie Healy, but
Joe Jonas.
you're going you're going deep. I'm talking about like the last four guys. Then she had the blonde guy who looked like we got a list.
Oh, wow. That's a nice
roster
list.
right there.
Hey, could you shoehorn me in between Zac Efron and John Mayer just because that'd be
Just for
cool?
fun.
Nobody will ever notice.
It'll live
They'll
in,
go back one day.
perpetuity.
Yeah.
Like kids are going to be cruising the internet 50 years from now. And go,
That
hey,
dad? Yeah.
Good on you,
was
old
cool.
man. Yeah, he can barely walk now, but Jesus Christ, I guess he had a prime. Give me between Mayer and Zac Efron. Oh God, Taylor Lautner. So Tom Hiddleston. All right, didn't she? Now, she had the blonde guy who looked like Mia Farrow's kid, like a straight version of Mia Farrow's kid.
Like Harry Styles?
Joe Alwyn.
Oh,
He's in the upper left there.
Harry Styles is the blonde guy who looked like Mia Farrow's kid.
Well, it's not that.
He
They're
does
both
look
white
like Mia
guys.
Farrow's
Yeah.
kid.
So,
No, I mean this guy. Joe
this
Alwyn.
guy does.
Yeah.
Wait, Styles. No, I'm not talking about Styles. She was with Styles? Harry Styles?
He's
All
on
right.
the list.
So who's the guy? Is it Joe Allen or whatever? The guy she was with for like 5 years. That's the guy, right? The blonde guy looked like.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is though. Mm-hmm. Is that his? What's his
Joe
name?
Allen.
Did she
Oh,
dump
how come
him?
we have a picture of him that looks like from his junior high yearbook or something? It looks nothing like the blonde guy who. Anyway, it's a picture of him at 14, though, right? Find like a modern. Oh, there, yeah. Find a modern picture of him. Anyway, she now. All right, now that's the blonde guy. Looks like Mia Farrow's kid. Did she dump him? I think she did, and then she dumped the greasy guy. So she may have got dumped early on, but I
Yeah.
think she's made a comeback. Because who the fuck's dumping her at this stage?
I don't know, but songwriting and good songwriting dictates that she was dumped.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
That's
know
how you write
of
good
it.
songs.
No, she was dumped
I know.
at an early part of her
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah, but I don't know if
But then
recently
she
that's the
dropped
trend.
people.
Yeah.
No
Right.
problem.
Since she started doing her 7th show at SoFi, she
Right.
stopped getting dumped.
Right.
Right.
So I don't think Travis is going anywhere. I mean, she's rich. I mean, she's kind of
So is he.
she's
Yeah.
a pig. I mean, look at her. But she's got cash, so you can just kind of hold his nose and deal with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's rich now, too. So
Yeah.
everyone's rich.
I just like the idea that she shouldn't be wearing like his jersey, but everybody else can. It's so funny to me. Like every dude ever wears jerseys, and that's okay, but not this young girl.
Yeah.
And it's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, all the black mamas up in the stands are always wearing their sons' jerseys.
Yeah.
Too. And
But
sometimes
that makes more sense than like a random dude wearing someone else's jersey.
No, I said there's nothing wrong with Mama up there wearing that jersey.
Yeah.
Dad would be wearing them if they sold them in prison. All right. Let's move
That
ahead.
picture looks so. It looks like an episode of To Catch a Predator where they're like about to walk, like where
that's
Chris
great.
Hansen's
It
about to
does.
walk in and be like, "Why did you invite her over for Red Bulls?"
Because she looks so young. Yeah. That's
All right, we'll play him saying it.
What about Taylor Swift?
I like Taylor Swift.
You do?
I do.
I liked her more when she was country.
I do too. I really liked her when I was younger growing up.
Sparks
loved
Fly.
it.
Look, I'm sure she's a lovely person, but the whole thing with the football player, I just felt like 35 was a little old to be like, my boyfriend's a football player. And I wear his jersey to the game with his number on it. Right? I mean, come on.
Whatever makes her happy.
Oh, of course.
If that's what she wants to do and it makes her happy, go on.
Scintillating interview.
It's really riveting.
Wait till you hear Butt Funnel Boy's hot take on Taylor
I
Travis.
mean, with her, it's like the Gatorade at the Super Bowl. You know you're going to get dumped. You just don't know when.
But you got to think about it this way. If he does that, can you imagine the next album we're going to get off of that?
Yes, I
It won't
can.
be fuck John Mayer no more. It'll be fuck Travis.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
This is a hot conversation.
Was Bill like, I just want some light lifting today? Who do
Yeah.
we got? That can just,
Yeah, he seems
chill
like
out.
a teen. Like
I've
hanging
done
out.
the show
Yeah.
before. Then I got bumped by Butt Funnel Boy. But I just Bill gets really fucking high.
Yeah.
Bill gets really high, and you just sit there and you're like, "Oh, you're super high. Oh, wow, this is high." Like, and then I wasn't smoking. I had a drink, but I was like, I've just had a drink, so I'm good. But you're super high, so that's Bill being super high with Huck to It girl who seems to be making around. Look, can I say this? As a woman, a little controversial, but if you're blonde, okay, being blonde, being not old, and being not fat does not make you de facto hot. Mm-hmm. Although if you're blonde, you're tan, you're not fat, and you're not old, does not mean you're hot. It just means you're not fat and you're not old. That's essentially what that means. We do way too much like, oh, look at her. Like, she's not an attractive girl or a beauty. She's just not fat and blonde.
Are you talking about Taylor or Hawk to a girl?
I'm talking
Yeah.
Hawk
Or
to
both
a
of them.
girl.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, I was confused.
Sorry, I should have delineated
okay,
that.
okay.
Hawk to a girl. Taylor's very beautiful. She's beautiful. Hawk to a girl is blonde, not old, and not fat.
She's a cute girl. I just feel like it's
Because
like
she's
that
blonde, not old, not
He's
like
saying-
you.
I get
You
it.
rise to the level of
she's
a
cuter
7.
than people that are not all those things. But it doesn't it doesn't make you de facto like a hot girl just by not.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But that's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I realized, it sounds like Taylor Swift. But Taylor Swift is beautiful.
yeah.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Got another one?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do ultra processed foods harm your brain?
Oh, yeah.
People,
Everything that's good harms your
course,
brain.
yeah.
Everything we want to do
answer
harms
that.
our brain. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. People who regularly eat processed red meat like hot dogs, bacon, sausage, salami, and bologna have a greater risk of developing dementia later in life.
Well, people that eat a lot of bologna
Of course.
really never had an A game in the first place. Like, how you going to know that guy's off? Bologna is not made to be consumed past the age of 9. It is gross all day, every day.
Yeah.
There's nothing
That's what most
grosser
people
than
grow
bologna.
up. I mean, I grew up on bologna.
Oh yeah, when you're a kid,
When you're
there's
a-
bologna on everything.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my dad was eating bologna. He's a grown man. It's like
What was
Now-
what did your dad do?
he used to work for the airlines, Eastern Airlines.
Eastern Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Who was the voice of Eastern Airlines?
Who?
Jim Backus. Do you know who Jim
Why do
Backus
I know that
is?
name? Who is that?
I don't.
He's the rich guy from Gilligan's
Oh,
Island.
okay, yeah.
Who basically, when you hear, he invented the rich guy voice. Like, oh,
That's what
lovely.
everybody imitates now.
Like
Yeah,
when you
that's
listen to
right.
Yacht Rock, that guy's like, oh, more Christopher Cross.
Great
Yeah.
Poupon.
Yes, I'll have another Mitten Julep. You know, that's Jim Backus.
Oh.
And Jim Backus used to do the voice of Eastern Airlines, which had a bird as their mascot. And they'd go, Eastern Airlines, the only way to fly. And that was the old commercial. I never flew on Eastern Airlines. I never went to the airport. I never got on an airplane, but I would watch all the commercials. Somebody's doing that. Your dad would eat bologna as
he
an
made
adult.
us it and he would eat it. It's like, I mean, it was just it's mostly poor people eat bologna. It's not like
Yeah.
I remember as a
hot
kid,
dogs or
it was white bread and bologna, and it would get stuck to the roof of your mouth when
and
you
it was
ate the
exciting.
sandwich,
It would like blow up on the stove, and you were like, oh wow,
You got bologna on like Wonder Bread?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get that. We didn't. My mom thought white bread was bad, so we never
And
got
she
white
was
bread.
well, this was about the meat, but I'm sure she was right about that.
Yeah.
Too,
Yeah,
the process,
she's right about it.
processed
Yeah, of
foods,
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
The study tracked more than 130,000 adults in the United States for up to 43 years. During that period, 11,173 people developed dementia. Those who consumed about 2 servings of processed red meat per week had a 14% greater risk of developing dementia compared to those who ate fewer than 3 servings per month.
I feel like I'm
are
at
they
risk
just-
then. I feel like I eat a lot of bacon. That's one of the things on there, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I like how you're like,
I'm like,
is that
that's
on there?
probably- that's
Am I
probably,
gonna,
yeah.
it's definitely on there. Yeah,
They're not
It's
supposed to eat lots of cured meats.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's probably versions of bacon you can get that are a lot better than other versions.
I don't know if I would mind, because you ever see those stories about like old people with dementia or Alzheimer's, and it's like they're married to the same person. They have to wake up and reintroduce themselves and like fall in love every day.
Yeah.
They meet the person.
Or
That's
hate
how I
the
would feel.
person. Yeah.
That's how I feel it'll happen with me and bacon. I'll eat bacon my whole life, and then I'll get dementia and forget about bacon. And then I can
And then
wake up
love
the next
bacon
day
again.
and just fall in
Yeah.
love with bacon again. And
And
it'll
you'll
all
be-
pay off. It'll all pay off in the end.
You'll be elderly, so you get a discount
Yeah.
over at Denny's,
Old
you
country,
know, and
yeah.
you can go there and be
Yeah.
alone with
Exactly.
your bacon.
Yeah, so it might work out in the long
I
run.
think
I
it
mean,
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine
It'd be nice to have dementia and then be like, is bologna good for you?
Yeah,
Like,
you just
like,
don't
eat
know.
it. Yeah.
experieing bacon for the first time every
Every
morning?
time?
Every morning,
Oh,
you
I
get to
can't
wake up and
imagine.
do that every day.
We introduced it to our
yeah.
little boys and they're upset. I mean, they went crazy. And I'm like, wow, people just like,
Yeah.
it was interesting watching someone never try. So I'm like, oh, wow. I
Yeah.
guess bacon is that good.
Yeah, it is. Although we're hitting a saturation point where they're spreading it on too much stuff.
But I think it's funny that it took 43 years to come up with this. Like, that's like,
Yeah.
it feels like it should have been.
Did you find the Eastern Airline commercial
I really want to
with
see.
Jim Backus? And you can.
Oh, wow.
That was so sad.
We have
can-
we have the Western Airlines commercial with birds.
Oh, maybe it's Western. Maybe.
Oh.
The Eastern Airlines voice does kind of sound like him, but we haven't confirmed.
Oh,
But
well,
you
let
could
me
tell
hear
us.
Eastern. Well, maybe it's Western then. Let's hear Western.
Excuse me, you look familiar.
You've probably seen me on television.
Yeah, Champagne Flight. Western Airlines.
The only way to fly. Naturally.
Maybe it was
Oh.
Western Airlines.
Hey, what kind of flying is that?
Champagne flight.
Champagne Flight?
He's smoking.
Western Airlines.
He lit his cigarette.
That's great.
The stewardess lit his cigarette. All right. Well, now I'll have to hear Eastern
If it's
Airlines.
the same one. Or,
Well, we're looking at Western
Yeah.
airline commercial, which does a little. It's the only way to fly was
That's-
what
he
Jim
said.
Backus said. But now maybe Eastern and Western are
the same.
affiliated somehow. We'll see if we can see what.
It's Sunday in Mexico. The sun floods an arena. The historic duel is on. The sun spotlights a diver at Acapulco. Referees a children's game at the pyramids of Teotihuacan.
That's before all the drug
The sun
lords.
warms a beautiful mermaid in Puerto Rico and covers the vacation paradise of Miami.
I bet these are all places Eastern Airlines goes.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Every year, more people choose this one to the sun because Eastern service is as warm as the destination.
Wow,
Never
similar
wanted to
times. No, it wasn't Eastern. It's Western.
It's Western,
and it's a
yeah.
more modern. We're looking at stuff from like the 50s. The one I'm talking like from the 70s. I think is you need color. You need it in color on Western. I think that'll be more my childhood. If you see stuff that looks like it's from 59, it's probably not what I'm talking about because I'm old, but I'm not that old that I would sit home and watch commercials from 1959.
Deep into that.
But if you go more like 75 and it's color and it looks a little more modern, then that'll probably be more what I was talking about. And I don't know if the first Bird got replaced by Jim
Western's Wally Bird.
That's
Wally
it.
Bird.
There you go.
And that was Jim Backus, right? Well, let's see. Let's see if we can see it. That's what I'm saying. Smoking and drinking. It's a bird.
Refreshing. Western Airlines, the only way to fly.
Yeah, that's about all we had as a kid. You just hear something like that, and then you'd show up to school the next day, and you'd go, Western Airlines, the only way to fly. Yeah. And they'd go, all right, here's your bologna sandwich. I'm going to sit over there. I'm never going to the airport. I'm never getting on a plane, but I do know the commercial.